Hello! Are you going to Morocco as a digital nomad? I'm asking that again if you watched the last videos, but how much is it to live in Morocco as a digital nomad? Is it cheap? Is it expensive? I don't know. Let's cover that in this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Diego and I've been a digital nomad in the past 5 to 6 years, living and working remotely pretty much from everywhere. And this time I'm here in Morocco. To be specific, I'm in Essaouira, Morocco, in the coast of Morocco. And usually in the end of my stays, I make a video talking how much would be to live as a digital nomad in the place for 1 month. I did this about Guatemala, Bulgaria, Colombia, Tenerife. I have a bunch of videos like that in other destinations. If you want to check, I'm going to leave here in the description and you can check. Maybe you're going to one of these places, it can be useful for you. I had to be honest, I didn't quite write down everything I was spending here in Morocco, so I cannot give you an estimate of the whole month. But I would like in this video to go over a few of the prices so you have an idea of how much would be your cost of living here in Morocco. One quick disclaimer, I'm in a small town called Essaouira, really tiny, not comparable to Marrakesh, Casablanca, Rabat, the big cities in Morocco. So your experience, if you're going to one of these others, might differ from mine. But in any case, here are a few of the prices. So number one, accommodation. I'm spending here in Morocco for 2 months a total of $1,500. So which is pretty much $750 a month in rent. In a really comfortable apartment by the beach with 2 bedrooms and a big living room, fully equipped kitchen, and also a balcony on the rooftop of the building. It's a little above of the average of what people are paying here in a monthly basis. Before coming, I saw other places that they were charging around $400 for the month, even less. But we really like the location of this apartment, which is like 10 minutes walking to the Medina, 10 minutes walking to the other side. It's right in front of the beach, really comfortable, kind of like modern, like you can tell that is a new building. So I decided to pay a little more, which is more or less $750 a month. But again, you can pay way less than that. And if we talk about food, how much it costs to go in a restaurant here in Morocco, it depends on the type of the restaurant. If you go in the more local ones, you're gonna pay between 30 and 50 dirham for a meal. And this is like a full meal, which means it's $3 to $5. The conversion rate is pretty much like 10 dirham to $1, 10 dirham to €1. You can check whenever you're watching this video to see what is the updated conversion rate. There was a burger place next to my place that every time I was going there and getting a huge double burger, it was an American guy doing that, so with fries and soda, and the whole combo was 50 dirham. But in another place I was having like some meals like tagine and other stuff, it was 30 dirham for the plate. But then you can go to the more expensive places. You'll see like they're a little fancier for tourists, or maybe like just a little fancier, and you end up paying like between 80 dirham to 100 dirham in a plate. Also, sometimes in these 2 months we really like sushi. We were craving sushi a few times. We went to this restaurant and we ate a lot, and it was a really good sushi, like fresh fish, and we paid, if I'm not wrong, but between 200 to 150 dirham for 2 people. So you guys, like for $20 to $25 for 2 people with drinks, tips included, that would be enough. So there you go. You have an idea of more or less how much food costs in restaurants here in Essaouira. Another thing that is really important for digital nomads, if you're planning to live here and work from here, I think it would be having a good internet on your phone, right? So I got a SIM card and some credits. The first time I paid 50 dirham for the SIM card, plus I think like around 50 dirham for credits. After 2 weeks, I had to recharge my credits, another 50 dirham. So I would say 150 dirham in total I spent with internet on my phone for the whole month, and that's pretty much $15. If you like beers like me, probably you're wondering how much you're gonna pay for beers in Morocco. So first thing, it's not that easy to find, it's not that common. In the big cities, yes, you can have a lot of bars, especially the ones targeting tourists, but I was in a small town and I wanted to have some beers at home I was watching some World Cup games and I wanted to have some beers. So I found a store that was selling beers that you could buy and take home. It was not that cheap to buy like at a store, not cold, to take home. But I would say that like a long neck of Stella Artois, it was around 25 dirham each, a small one. So it was like $2.50 for a long neck. And one final price I'm gonna give it to you. If you're going to the Atlas Mountains, if you wanna try to do the hike to Mount Tubikal. I made a video just about this hike. It's here in this channel. I'm gonna link here down below, or maybe put a card up here, and you can check this video if you want. And if you're doing this hike, there are a few costs involved that you need to consider. First is the guide. It's mandatory for you to have a guide to do this hike. Don't try to do alone, because they don't even let you go through the gates. They don't let you pass and start the hike if you don't have a guide. We paid 800 total to have a guide with us for 2 days. And of course we were in 3, but if you're doing alone, of course you need to cover everything, so it would be 800 dirham. And another thing in this hike to consider is the refuge. It's a pretty long hike. It's really difficult to do everything in 1 day and come back, so you probably have to sleep at least 1 night in the refuge. Some people decide to do in 2 days, go back to the summit and sleep another night in the refuge. So it costs 300 dirham or $30, and this includes breakfast and dinner. Yeah, pretty fancy for a refuge in the mountains. But yeah, have that in mind. So you're gonna have to pay the guide and the refuge at least. So that's it for this video. Like I said, I didn't calculate exactly how much I was spending, so I cannot give you the final price that I spent in a whole month in Morocco. But at least I hope this gives you an idea of how much you're gonna be spending in each of these things. I gotta say that you're probably gonna have to add some travel insurance. I myself use Safety Wing. If you want to use it, it's pretty affordable, and it covers most of the countries that I'm traveling to. If you want to check, I have a referral code here down below. It's not paid, it's not sponsored, but of course it's a referral link. If you use it, I can get some commission, and I appreciate that. It doesn't cost anything extra to you, but just so you know, just a disclaimer. And that's it for today. I hope this video can be helpful, and if so, can I ask you for your like in this video? Thank you so much. And of course, if you've been to Morocco and you have some different prices and you have some different experiences in other cities and you saw different prices, please leave them below so we can compare and we can help more people to travel to Morocco as a digital nomad. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye.